Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're arriving at our destination shortly.
Yeah, we got it fixed. We got it fixed. That's all I had to do. Boom, bitch. That's all I had to do. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the latest episode of the All About the Aviation Show. Sir, my name is Greg. I'm the bestest, realest internet pilot in my house. In the world, in my house. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe in the universe. All right. So if you're new, welcome. Hit like, subscribe. Just do it. I changed my camera angle. You're now looking at me like this, so I can show you all that I actually do have like a system that I use. I'm not using a Xbox controller. We left off a moment ago with some technical difficulties. I do just want to show y'all that we now do have Boris in the correct folder. So I just was trying too many times to uninstall, install. So I just needed to restart the computer. Once I restarted it, I was able to put it in the folder that I wanted to. We're good. Boris is now in our folder, so that's good. Now we can get to the flying. But make sure you hit likes and subscribe. I think I already said that, but I'm gonna say it again. Hit like and subscribe. All right. I've already reloaded the game. We are now up in this piece. And one thing, ooh, is that an Exxon truck? I'm like, ooh, is that an Exxon? Ooh, is y'all Exxon? Is you Exxon? Texaco. That's close enough. Oh, our seats. Okay, I was going to say our seats should have saved. They did. Okay. Well, at least that's better. Yesterday in Microsoft 2024, we had Canadian North as our food service. So at least we have something a little closer. Now, one thing I am going to do today that is different than yesterday, when I was doing GSX, I loaded all the fuel and shit from here. I'm not going to do that today. Let me, I don't really need a checklist. Let me bring in the flight plan. Okay, aircraft, cold and dark. That's removed. Let's get our ground power connected. You connected. Chocks are in place. All right, let me get some shit turned on, and then we will call GSX over. Okay, let's put our battery on. Or AC master on. Put this on. You on. Let's put some lights on. Oh, it sounds so beautiful. All right, we're gonna put hydraulic 3A on. Put our nav light on. And let's come back here and get you working. Get you working. Working. Just a little. Let's get our camera system turned on here. Oh yeah. Where's our dude at? I thought there was a picture of a guy. Oh well, whatever. All right, let me put in like half the fuel that we're gonna use, or around half. Okay, now let's go ahead and get GSX over here. Where's my GSX symbol at? Okay, let's see here. Request refueling. Let's go Delta.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Let's get our boarding taken care of. All right. While that's doing, let's get our APU turned on. Work on getting our position set. And this...
Do you want to board crew? Pilot's boarding starting.
All right, this camera moves really fast.
Fuel truck is in position.
Okay, we need... how much fuel do we need?
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Crew boarding starting.
Come on, Texaco. Oh, there's ExxonMobil. I knew there was Exxon around here somewhere. What did it say? It's not refueling us? Oh well. It doesn't matter if they do or not. We can always put the fuel in ourselves. Alright, let's get our position in here, because who doesn't like a good position? You know what I'm saying? Let me slide over just a little bit. Otherwise, the speed brake might be in the way. KILM.
Locking gear.
We're at gate 3, which doesn't really matter. Alright.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding
That looks good.
starting.
Hello. And we should be able to send our flight plan into it from here. Pretty good. All right, now we just need to put in our the rest of the info, like our departure and shit. All right, so we're doing runway 17. Oh, you know what? Before I do this, let me put the APU on, because last night it kicked off. It disconnected the exterior power automatically. Oh, APU is on. Very good. Okay. Undo that button. Put our seatbelt signs on. Let's RMU. Alright, let's finish getting this put in here. So we have runway... Fuck, man. Come on, camera. Work with me, baby. Alright, departure arrival. Runway 17. Execute them. Alright, let's go. back here, and we are gonna do round 2. God, this works so much better than 2024. It is like, it doesn't even seem like the same game. It's crazy. All right, that's in there. Let's go back to, okay, very good. Let's go and get rid of that discontinuity. We are gonna have another discontinuity to get rid of as well, closer to the end. Yep. So we'll go yeoman. Up to vectors. There we go. Execute. BNAV should be fine. We don't need to do anything there. Performance initialization, that's going to come over from our computer there. Cockpit's not good? What's wrong with the cockpit? Where? GSX, I got it from, I think I got it from their website, actually. Let me see here. I could have sworn I got it from their website. Oh yeah, FS Dream Team. Let me, I'll put it in the chat. FSDreamTeam.com. Hang on, I'll type it in. That should be it, FS Dream Team. I don't use GSX all the time. I mean, it's okay. But, all right, in the meantime, let's get our charts. Flight plans put in. Let's pin our airport. And we're gonna pin our arrival. Well. Uh-oh. Tablet froze. I think I tried to click on the tablet too much. I broke the motherfucker. Shit. Is there a way to hide the tablet? I don't think there is. Look down here. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem. Okay, let me try pausing it real quick. I don't remember. I don't remember what it is. I don't think I pay monthly for it. I think I just paid for it one time. Are you kidding me? Yeah, like I broke the tablet. Everything else inside the airplane works. Oh no, I stand corrected. The airplane froze. Yep. All right, we got to restart. Anyways, that's GSX. Let me, we're gonna do this quickly this time. We're not gonna do GSX. Fuck, man. I was just saying like how good the simulator was doing, and then bam! My GPU's running a little hot. Oh, it's better now. Let's see what it is on the outside here. That's not bad. 70, 60, 60, 70. All right, whatever. All right, let me, we'll do GSX again. Let me go back inside. Okay, flight plan, import, performance, aircraft. All right, aircraft. Connect you. Let's connect you. Put that in there. That. Okay, let's go ahead and get GSX going here again. Okay, request refueling. Delta.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Battery. You. That again. That. Put on the nav lights. Do our position, because like I said, we always like a good position. Get those lights. Those lights.
Fuel truck is in position.
We need 2. To get our
Boarding requested.
boarding done. Put in KLIM again.
Do you want to board crew? Pilot's boarding starting.
All right, in the meantime, let's get our APU turned on again. And then we'll set our flight plan.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Thank you, Steve.
Crew boarding starting.
Let's send our flight plan over to the FMC. All right, and let's do
Departure check completed. Bypass
execute
pin inserted.
departure 17. Arrival. We have Proud. Hertz. ILS 22. Execute. Flight plan. Let's get rid of this discontinuity.
Locking gear.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
All right, this is all going to get set up from the computer system, so let's just go back to index for now. Once everything is done refueling, should be done refueling. All right, let's contact ATIS and see what our information's supposed to be. That's 124,975.
T24. Altimeter 29901. Density altitude 1700 feet. Arriving and departing runways 2417. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor. Wilmington International
All right, information
Airport.
Victor.
Information Victor.
So now we need ground. That's 121.9. Wonder how many clicks I need to do here for it to work here. We click this ground one time. Oh wow, that did that pretty quick. All right, let me file the plan real quick with the intentions. File flight plan. Okay, that's good. Wilmington ground, Endeavor 212 at Gate 3, VFR 2 LaGuardia. We have information Victor.
Endeavor 12, Wilmington ground, hold short of runway 17.
That's a little quick, buddy. Like, aren't you supposed to, like, I don't know. They're supposed to repeat, like, differently. Like, they're not supposed to say that. All right, let me check our flight plan and see how close we are to being able to send this in, because then we can just back up and go. All right, roll. All right, I know the fuel is fine. 70 people. So we're almost there. And our cargo is 35. So we still have a little bit to go with cargo. They're still working on that, I guess, outside. Yep. They're still working on it. Yeah, 50% of the cargo done. Okay. No, I think it uses stairs in real life as well. Well, you know what? No, God, it's been a while. I think this plane, or it might be the 1000, but I've been on a plane this size before and gone through a gate. But yeah, I would think a lot of times it would use the stairs, honestly. You have that option with GSX, like if we parked farther away where there wasn't a gate, you could actually just use the stairs. Yeah, that's a little bit of a jump for people right now. If you're trying to get in there, just it's a short hop. It's only a couple feet, darling. Just pretend it's not there. All right, let's see what our. All right, so it's not going to update here. So let's copy. Let's do this here. Let's go back to flight plan. Let's set the payload here. Okay, that's good. Copy performance data into the FMS. Set all of our V speeds. Landing, takeoff data. Okay, very good. Now this should all be in here. Boarding's now completed.
Captain, the cabin is secure. All passengers are aboard.
Cruising altitude is 35,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us.
Oh, we gotta plug this in.
Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of
I forgot about this part, sorry. Okay, it's upper climb is 7. Alright, then we have 252 full. Cruise 44, 45. Sent 250, 74. You don't have to put this information in, but I like to. That's fine, and VNAV should be okay. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So that should be pretty much it for everything for us. Let's go ahead and call the ground for clearance to back up. Wilmington ground, Endeavor 212 requesting clearance for pushback and engine start.
Endeavour 12, pushback and engine start approved, tail southwest.
Okay, that's done. Let's go ahead and make sure. Okay, that's removed. That's removed. Okay, chocks are now gone. I don't remember. I think if we put our beacon light on, I think that triggers. All right, I thought that was going to trigger GSX to start pushing us back. All right, let's get the. Careful, put back in departure. A nose to the right.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Excellent. All right, let's fire up some engines.
cabin is ready for departure, Gregory. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Endeavour Air Flight 5212, departing from Wilmington to LaGuardia. We are delighted to have you with us today.
LaGuardia.
My name is Taylor, and I am your lead flight attendant. Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful colleagues, Sarah, Mike, Emily, and John. Our captain for this flight is Captain Gregory, and our first officer is Long Duck Dong. We expect our flight time to be approximately 1 hour and 15 minutes as we cruise at an altitude of 37,000 feet. Before we take off, I would like to go over some important safety information.
Neither one.
Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened
I'm using
low and
SimBrief.
flat. To unfasten,
Hey,
simply lift the buckle. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the compartment above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put your mask on first before assisting others. For those seated near the exits, please locate the nearest emergency exit, which may be behind you. There are 2 exits.
One of the cabin messages is coming right from Aerosoft. It's part of either Boris or part of the game.
Also, each seat is equipped with a life vest located
The one that you hear right now is the one from SimBrief, the AI one.
Place it over your head and inflate it by pulling the red tabs. You can also inflate it by blowing into the tube. Lastly, once we reach cruising altitude, we will be offering items from the Endeavour Air Shop for your convenience. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a pleasant flight.
Unlocking gear.
But yeah, one of them's free. One of the cabin crew, one of the captains. Have you heard captains talking? Or pilots?
Tow truck disconnect. Bypass pin removed.
Any pilots you heard talking, and
Left is clear. Right is clear.
and one of the sets of flight attendants come with the airplane. One of them was Sayintentions. The info for Sayintentions is in the subject, like the about, like if you go to the about section of the video, there should be a link for Sayintentions in there. All right, let me release the parking brake. And do I have? Oh, there is no takeoff test with this airplane. All right, that's fine. Arm that. Oh yeah, what is our pressure right now? $29.91. Oh wow, that's huge. Doop. All right, and I don't want to. Let me not do anything with charts on there this time. I do want to see if they gave us a code, like a swap code. I don't think they did. No, all right, let me call them up. Wilmington ground, Endeavour 212, ready for taxi clearance to runway 17.
Endeavour 12, taxi to runway 17 via Bravo Alpha. Attention all aircraft, information whiskey is now current, altimeter 29901.
Taxi to runway 17 via Bravo Alpha, Endeavour 212. Alright, got my feet on the rudders. Close that out. Let's release the parking brake. Oh, is our door closed? The flight door? And we can't have people just walking up here. We got to make sure they stay back to where they belong. Alright. Hang on. Let's put our brakes on. Turn the APU off. Put on continuous. Put on our taxi lights. Okay, very good. That's all done. And let's get up a map of the airport here. We'll use this map instead of the one on the tablet. Zoomy, zoomy. All right, let's roll, bitch. We'll put that over my face, or face down, just cover it. Oh yeah, that's right, my face is over there. All right, let's go. Now, last night I couldn't split the throttles. That's still the same way now. I thought at one point I had them split. I thought there was an option in the tablet here. Okay. Cross sync. Throttle detent. Use flight simulator steer. No. I've already calibrated throttles. Yeah, I don't see a way to split, so maybe you can't. And I mean, in a lot of airplanes you can, but I guess in this one you can't. Alright, so we just gotta make a right turn coming up. LTFM. That's in Istanbul, if I remember correct. Isn't that Istanbul to it's not Doha, OTHH. Isn't that Hamid? That's a cool flight. If you are going from Istanbul to anywhere, it's a great flight. That's a great airport, that one in Istanbul. Yeah. That's cool, man. I hope you have a good flight. I love doing flights over in that part of the world. I've said it many times during the flights. It just the terrain and the way it looks from like 30,000 feet is awesome. Now this thing does have a heads-up display. It's okay. Like for takeoff, I like it. Takeoff, but not for landing. Not a fan of it for landing. All right, now we do need to tune in the tower frequency. Let's go. Oh yeah, night. Yeah. Night can be, I think you're trying to say night. I think that's what it said there. Yeah, flying at nighttime, I'm really hit or miss with that. Oh, there's always a truck that tries to crash into me. Every time I fly, there's always some sort of truck that's like, we're just gonna take him out. All right, 118.25 is gonna be our backup, our departure here. Yeah, every time, there's always a truck. Gotta look up here in a minute. Oh shit! Whoops. I thought we were drifting a little bit. Oh boy. I am definitely getting fired. Is that headwinds? Yeah, I know. My bad. I think that looks like the Headwinds livery. Headwinds, they make oh, never mind. What is that airplane doing here? That's a Russian, that's Sukhoi 100 or SU 100. I have that downloaded from Headwinds. Headwinds makes some really good, if you don't know about Headwinds, they make some very good free airplanes. They make you can get a 787. There's like the whole Airbus family pretty much. You know, they have available, and they also have the Sequoia 95, the SU 95. But yeah, I saw that paint job and I was like, God, that looks familiar. All right, so we're pretty much taking off in the direction, in the opposite direction of where we need to go. So we're just going to take off and do what we did last night, where we just make a nice circle. And then once we get wings level, we'll put the autopilot on. Hey man, I hear you. A lot of stuff sometimes happens to me. I've landed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff.
I have? That's news to me, lady. Yeah, I've landed a few times without the landing gear down. So yeah, that was embarrassing. All right, I do want to put our speed. There's a couple of things I need to do in the cabin before we take off. A couple of things I just want to get set before we go. All right, so we're holding short. Let's put our parking brake back on. First of all, I want to make sure that this a 118.25. Okay, that's good. That's our backup. I do want to make sure too that our speed is around 10. All right, 210 is good. Let's put on, we're going to go heading mode first. We can hitch our route. That's good. Okay. Cabin crew, take sheets for departure.
Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
All right, strobe lights are on. All that looks okay. All that looks okay down there. Make sure our flight controls work. Actually, we have the flight control button here. That flight control. And then we'll call the tower and tell them we're holding short. Right, forward, back, side. Have our rudder. Excellent. Back on primary. And then over here, we are going to do data there. Wilmington Tower, Endeavour 212 holding short, runway 17, ready for departure.
Endeavour 12, Wilmington Tower, runway 17, wind 05 at 4, cleared for takeoff.
Now, nobody's given me a frequency to check in with you, and that's probably because we're doing a VFR flight. But I gotta imagine at some point they're gonna tell me to tune to this frequency, so you just gotta keep an eye out for that. Toga power set. 80 knots. 100 knots. Cross check. Okay, V1. Rotate. Oh, you know what? I forgot to get started up. Damn it, and I said I was going to do it tonight. I wanted to put this thing in developer mode and try doing like the instant replay shit that they have available. All right, let's start making our turn. Take my feet off the rudders at this point. Well, then back one just in case. Climb mode now. We're just going to continue making this turn until we get close to our route. Angle down a little bit, but I'm okay with this speed right here. Still take off flaps. Got a nice little turn going. See, that heads-up display, like something's wrong with it. Like it just does not, doesn't like sit to where you can actually like really use it. Like you kind of have to like move the camera up quite a bit.
Endeavor 1-2 Wilmington Tower, you're leaving my airspace. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
All right, I will, buddy. Give me a minute. All right, let's start angling down so we can get some speed going. Getting ready to... Hey, Chad, will you handle the comms for a few minutes?
I'm sorry, I'm really only trained to handle IFR-related comms.
You I forgot about that. My bad. Not trying to make you look bad. Yeah, I can't do autopilot yet. Wings aren't level. We'll have it on in a minute. I'm not too worried about it. If they're not gonna like find me or say anything bad about me for not doing the VFR yet. All right, let me... We're almost at a point to where I can... Almost at a point where I can go wings level. All right, let's go flaps up. All right, flaps up. Why are my flaps not going up? All right, wings level. Go speed, gauge. Oh shit, I never put the landing gear up. Boy, there's always something I forget. Oh well. Damn. That was almost like a perfect takeoff. Alright, let me plug in the right speed here and then we'll worry about our frequencies and shit. Okay, let's put in higher altitude. Let's put our speed at oh. I gotta change this on the tablet, how it's doing these numbers here. All right, now let's
Attention all
swap.
aircraft, X-ray no current, altimeter 29902.
We have just climbed above the safe altitude. You may now use your electronic devices, but
Swap
please
VFR.
ensure they are set to airplane mode. We are currently en route to LaGuardia Airport, and the estimated time of arrival is approximately 1 hour and 15 minutes. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the flight.
No, we don't really have a VFR mode really in this airplane. Like, there's no like button for VFR. I guess we can put in 1200. Okay, one squawk. All right, that's fine. All right, let me change that setting I wanted to on for the numbers. Options. A knob turn, acceleration is on. I know, off. But I want airspeed to be at 10, and I want this to be at 1,000. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
Bar? I want a sandwich. I think that came... Oh, we got to put nav on. Shit, I forgot about that. All right, navigation has now been done. We're still climbing at a pretty good clip. That's good. Well, other than not putting up the landing gear, that was a very good takeoff. Yeah, I was a little late with the landing gear. Well, flaps, I wanted to keep the flaps the whole turn because I didn't want to speed up too much. I was just trying to keep it kind of the same speed throughout the turn so I didn't speed up too much. But no, man, that was fun. That was a fun takeoff. But yeah, I meant to put it in developer mode. I don't think I can do that while I'm flying. I wanted to start trying to use the replay so I can like look at landings and stuff like that. All right, let's move our speed down 1. 280. Let's put in standard pressure. What do we have here? Airports, altitude, speed. Put our ETA in there as well. Yeah, that's right. Lose my landing gear. Boy, that'd be a hell of a thing to explain to the boss. Like, boss, I'm real sorry. I don't know what happened. I just forgot to put the landing gear down. My bad. All right, we're doing pretty good cruising. Let me turn up the sound in my headphones a little bit and see how good the airplane sounds. Sound pretty good. We're gonna continue to lower our indicated airspeed like every 5 to 7,000 miles, every 5 to 7,000 feet or so. I want to keep our climb, our feet per minute at a certain amount. Yeah, dude, I was happy with that takeoff. That was a pretty cool takeoff. Thank you, I appreciate that. I've been working hard. I've been putting in some overtime with flying because I have the rudders that go with this, so it's been a very big learning curve trying to figure how they kind of work and sync with each other. But yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, we can actually turn off the reversers. And I mean, that's pretty much like, we're pretty much set. Turn off the, I guess we can turn off the, oh yeah, one thing we are supposed to turn on, or I'm sorry, turn off after takeoff is that the manual transfer. Oh, that's good. All right, let's put our knees off. Unbelievable how much smoother this game is compared to 2024. Airplane does sound pretty good. All right, let's put on some music. That's what we do. Oh, music's been playing for a while now, huh? How's my picture showing up through? That is really cool. How did I do that? That's cool. I like that. Maybe because I got rid of my background picture. Maybe that's why we can see the screen behind me. That's pretty cool. All right, we can turn off cable B. That's GSX, and turn down our air traffic controller a little bit so it doesn't blast in our ear. Yeah, we got some more flights planned for the next few days. I want to do an A350. They just updated that airplane in Inabuild, so I kind of want to check that out. All right, let's move our indicator down to 270. And in turn, that's going to raise our speed that we're climbing. I thought I had some other flights planned. I want to do more stuff in X-Plane, that's for sure. Like, I want to do another Bay 146 flight. I want to do another Q400 flight here pretty soon, but I also want to do another 737 MAX. The 737 MAX from Level Up for X-Plane, that is such a good airplane. Oh shit, wrong button. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. We might not even fly an airplane tomorrow. We might just play other games. I'm kidding. I might do one of those flights that I used to do. I did a few times where I would do the train simulator first. I would do the train simulator either before the flight or after the flight, but I would pretend like we're taking a train to the airport and then, you know, take a flight, or we'd fly, and then in order to get to our destination, we would take like the train from the airport to, you know, a made-up destination. I was watching some YouTube videos of subway vehicles in New York City, and it kind of got me thinking again of it. All right, let's go to 260. So our cruising speed should be, I know we're not at cruising yet, but we're not too far. That should be at here, 0.79, so almost Mach 8. Wow. The 0.79 is going to be our cruising speed, and we should be descending right before Edger, right after Bessie. Oh, sweet Bessie. Look at the Bessie. All right, let's go into charts. Hopefully we won't screw it up again by clicking too quickly on everything. I think I was just clicking too fast. All right, and we got this is our arrival. This is our approach for 22. We're just doing a regular ILS. We're not going to do Cat 1 or Cat 2. We're going to probably do most of the landing by hand. All right, excellent. All right, we're getting closer to our altitude. Let's go ahead and just click back one more time. Now we're at 250. That should give us a little bit of a raise, enough to get us up to 35,000 quickly. See you, buddy. It was nice chatting with you today. Make sure you like and subscribe and maybe join Discord. But yeah, man, it was nice chatting with you. I hope you have a good flight. I hope it goes smooth sailing. Oh, you already did your flight. What and good. Well, all right, dude. All right, well, have a good rest of day or night. I don't know what it is where you're at. But yeah, man, it was nice chatting with you. All right, we are at 32,500 feet. We are almost there. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I got rid of... Second, let me look at the sound here. Did I get rid of environmental? Yeah, I did. Shit. Just trying to make the engines sound a bit better. All right, can I go in developer mode from here while I'm flying? Oh, that fuck everything up. Oh, look, options, tools, new project. Sweet. All right, now I just have to figure out, I have to read again how to do the what's it called, the instant replay. I know it's one of these options here. Look it up on here. Play Microsoft. All right, we are almost at our cruising altitude. Oh, never mind. We have to activate the replay tool before the flight session. Okay, well, we'll keep it. We'll remember for next time. All right, we're almost at our altitude, so we are going to pull back our throttle here. Right now we are in climb mode. We're going to pull it back until we're in cruise mode. Let's pull it to about 80. About 80, yeah, right around there. We'll see how fast we go. That might still be a little fast for us. But,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached cruising altitude and are now en route to LaGuardia Airport. We will begin our snack and drink service shortly, and I highly recommend trying our delicious pretzel bites or the savory cheese and crackers. After the service, we will also have items available from the Endeavor Air Shop for you to browse. Thank you for flying with us today, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the flight.
you know, a lot of times with Boris audio, like in the other planes, you could click on a button to change like headphone mode, change the sound and all that. It'd be nice if you could do that here. Let me turn dev mode off since we don't need it now. Kinston Center, Endeavor 212, currently cruising flight level 350.
Endeavor 12, Washington Center, maintain flight level 350.
Yeah, I was trying to get our co-pilot Chad, Skybro Chad, to do the comms for us, but he will only help if you have an IFR flight plan in there. I mean, the big way to get the differences, instead of in the beginning like I did ground, you know, VFR to LaGuardia, you would just, we're gonna say the same thing, you know, Wilmington ground, Endeavor 212, requesting IFR clearance, LaGuardia, and then information, whatever it is, Victor. And we're not going to have too long in cruise. It's not a very long flight. That's it. Okay, this should have our top of descent in here. Somewhere. Oh yeah, right here. But yeah, this briefing plan, no matter what part of the world you're in, it like the words on the map match the language of that part of the world. So like when you're in Japan, it'll have Japanese. If you're in German, it'll have, you know, German. If you're in India, it's got India, you know, like you get the idea, right? Cool map, man. It's free. It's free. It's on flightsim.to. It's awesome. Tomorrow we might do a flight on Xbox, actually. I haven't done a flight on Xbox. Maybe I'll bring my Xbox downstairs and we'll stream a flight on the Xbox. We'll try to use the system here. This system we can use on the Xbox too. It's really a great system. Like, hey, my notification thing is working. Tell me about Exalt. I don't think I have it programmed for the right. Yeah, we're okay. It might just be the way I have it programmed right now because I don't have it turned on for 2020. There's a panel in the front here that I'm looking at, and it's got like parking brake, landing gear, you know, stall warning, flaps down. Like you can have lights show up to let you know when certain features are active and not. But I didn't turn it on, and it's got one of the lights on. Yeah, but this Turtle Beach system here is awesome. I mean, it's essentially got four different like input methods built in. It's got Xbox, it's got PC, and then it's got like these legacy PC 1 and 2 settings. The legacy ones you use for X-Plane. Legacy 1 are the levers like here, like we have here, and Legacy 2 are the other ones that I have here. I have ones on here that like in a Cessna where you pull and push it in, or like the Comanche, you know how you. So I have 3 of those as well. One for props, one for mixture, one for throttle. When we get a little closer, probably once we get around this area here, we'll put ourselves in heading mode and then set up our system for our landing. So right after Princess, once we get like Easton, Maryland there. See if the cameras are any better than last night. Last night was so terrible. 2024 really is a big letdown. Alright, it's the same camera angles as last night. Like, this sounds so much better than it does like when you go to the other camera that I have saved, like from the cockpit camera settings. What camera is this that we're in? I think that's number 8. Let's see here. 7. All right, let me see. Did I save camera 8? I think I might have saved it. If I didn't, I should. Camera. No, I didn't. All right, let me see if this button's for anything right now. Really, elevator? That shouldn't be. All right, well, let's because this should be for elevator. Oh, I don't have that one stored for elevator, huh? Okay, well, let me change that real quick. All right, let's go trim. Oh, come on, system. We are going to get rid of this. This. And we are going to do elevator access. We're going to use this. Okay, very good. Validate. And now for a camera. Fixed camera 8. And I just want to double check that real quick. Camera. External. All right, we should be okay. If not, it is what it is. That worked. All right, that works. Whoa, we gotta slow down a little bit. Let's go back to 85 something. 85 on the, you know, on the N1 there. Let's go to index arrival data. One thing we can do actually right now, let's go in our charts. We are going to grab the runway elevation. It's 21 and it is how far is you? How many feet is your runway? Oh, it showed how long the runway is here. Not. Unless I'm just missing it. Ground final approach. Let's see how many feet it is on Navigraph. Oh, right now that runway's not being used. Let me see which runways they're using right now. Wow, that runway right now has, holy shit, look at this. Where's Navigraph at? We might need a different runway. Look at the wind on this thing right now. 11 knot crosswind, 8 knot tailwind. Wow. Oh, we might as well just do it right here. Let's choose a different runway. Let's do runway 31. And let's see what kind of approach they have for runway 31. They have a localizer and they have RNAV. Alright, well, let's just do this RNAV. And if we need to do a go around, we'll do a go around. We're just going to save the chart for that one. I'm going to plug in the information from this for our heads up display though. So we have 7,002 feet and 7 feet, so 7 and 7,002. Now let's see if where they have a 7,002 anywhere here. Yeah, I swear I don't see the length anywhere on here. Oh shit, I don't want to do that. Alright, let's go in here and plug this into our heads-up display. Now, I don't really like this heads-up display, as I've said, mainly because I can't choose the active mode. I want to be in either IVM, or VMC, or VMC, or the instrument one. which is one of these here. Usually it says IVM or IMC, but anyways. So we have runway, click on that. We have our length here, 7,002. And we have our height, that's 7 feet. And when you do this, it's supposed to put the little reticle right on the sweet spot of the runway, and right on the sweet spot of the touchdown zone. At least that's what's supposed to happen. All right, speed's good still. And while we are going straight, let's go ahead and plug in our... We're still going to plug this in as if we're going to runway 22. You know, until they change this, we're just going to keep... Well, you know what? Yeah, we'll keep with the same runway until they tell us differently. So let's go ahead and plug this in. So we have 110.5. Would be correct still. Let's see here. A 110.5 and 224. Radio 110.5. I usually set up both nav 1 and 2 for the same thing. Actually, let's look at the ATIS right now. I don't know if we can get ATIS on here or not. Let's see if they give us that as an option here. I don't think they will. I didn't think they would. That's okay. A descent is coming up though in about 40 miles. Let's contact somebody, I guess, and let them know we're going to be sending down to about 4,000 feet. Washington Center, Endeavor 212. We're going to be doing the Proud 2 arrival into LaGuardia. We're going to begin our descent to 4,000 feet in about 10 minutes.
Endeavor 1-2, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect the Proud 2 arrival into LaGuardia.
In the meantime, well, you know, I can pull up the ATIS on here. Let me, we'll pull up Navigraph again. See what runways they're using right now. An airport. Okay, Niner, broken. Okay, runway 4, condition codes 100% wet. Okay, RNAV X runway. Okay, and that's the one we have in right now, RNAV X. So that's what we got. Approach in use, land by runway 31, depart runway 4. They must be having bad weather, convective. Oh man, yeah, they must have bad weather. I thought I could pull up weather on here too. I don't know if I can do it while I'm flying. Yeah, I don't think it'll let me. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do too much on this anyways. This Navigraph charts can be very heavy as far as using it with the simulator. Sometimes it makes a simulator lag. All right, so we got to do RNAV X. So let's go back up front. I want to see where that picks up from on our route here. All right, RNAV X 31, this one right here. So Pachu is where looks like it's going to pick up from. So we have uh-oh. Won't do it. Did this just crap out again? I really hope not. Okay. Tablet, you are scaring the shit out of me, tablet. Alright, fuck them charts. I'll look at it on here. Alright. I'll look at it on my iPad. Tell you, man, the charts scare the shit out of me sometimes. And Tario's not even working. Oh, hey, what's up, Bobby? Oh my god. Tablet looks wildly different from the red and green one. Red and green tablet. What you talking about, red and green tablet? Oh, you mean this one here? It's always been this color in the airplane, in the CRJ. What's up, dude? How you been, man? Haven't talked to you in a while. All right, let's begin our descent. Go, ES. Go about 2,000 feet per minute. Let's pull our throttle back. Hey, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm living the dream. Yeah, I'm living the dream too, buddy. That wonderful dream that's just on rinse and repeat. Yeah, somebody, right? Somebody's dream. It ain't my dream. Okay, so we're gonna go right from Varaz. So let me go ahead and Washington Center, Endeavor 212. We've begun our descent into LaGuardia.
Endeavor 12, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect the Proud 2 arrival into LaGuardia.
Yep. All right, let's choose a different approach here. RNAV X 31. And we are doing Varaz. All right, execute. And now we need to get rid of these vectors here. So we need to go and grab Varaz. Go back to right after Jersey, so go back to Renew here. Right after Apple. There we go. Excellent. Alright, that's now complete. And we should have DOR station we can plug into. DOR is 108.5. 08. 5. 08.5. Go back into here, arrival data. Yep, 7 feet. That's still fine. Okay, that's fine. And we have a heading of 316. Come on, I'm just trying to hit the clear button. Damn. Alright, fuel check. Gas, radar, CAS. I thought one of these we put our, guess not. But one of these we put back on our fuel. I guess not. The manual crossfeed. Alright, let's go into heading mode. Sync our heading. Heading mode. We have a course of 16. Change our nav source. Our course at 316. Close as we can get right now. That looks pretty close. Let's go back into nav mode. Go back into nav. Zoom in a little bit. And our vision height is 593. Alright, decision height is set. Alright, let's use speed mode for descent now. Just to give it a try. Ooh, I want to go there. BJ Farms. Come on, Bobby, let's go there. We'll go to BJ Farms. Be like, where are you going this weekend? Going to BJ Farms. Home with a BJ. So what's up, Bobby? How's life been being a newly sworn in American since we overtook Canada? How's it been? I kind of miss all the arguments on Discord, man. That was some fun shit. all the Discord arguments. That was some fun shit. I used to love watching that stuff. I would never really interject. I would just watch. It was fucking funny. So 17,000. That's Bessie. Oh, sweet Bessie. That's incorrect. It should be. Oh, it is above 17,000. All right, let's put in 17 then, just in case. We'll follow the charts tonight. What is our what's our weathers look like? Scattered up to 6,000. Wow, wind gust up to 19 knots. Holy shit! It's gonna be a fun landing. Broken clouds. $29.84. Oh, the METAR's not really working. Oh, there we go. We got 29.84. All right, let's head down to 13,000 feet now. Hell yeah, I'd do that, man. I love me some Jamaica. You kidding me? Shit. Just named a plane. I forget what airplanes, but yeah, I'll do one tomorrow. Maybe later tonight, actually. It's only 7:30. I'm off tomorrow. I might do another one after this. Yeah, I know I have Jamaican Airlines. I've flown Jamaican Airlines a few times myself, man. That's a fun airplane. Hell yeah. Alright, we are not on our route right now. Let's get lined back up again. And let's go direct to Edger. Go direct to Days. Alright, now let's do nav. God, I'm so scared to use these charts on here. Alright, you know what? Let's just leave charts alone. Actually, let's just get out of that page. Alright, let me see who we need to call. What's their frequency? 120.8. New York approach, Endeavour 212, currently descending through 13,000 feet on the Proud to arrival. Which runway should we be using today?
Endeavour 12, LaGuardia departure. Expect runway 31 for arrival. Winds 360 at 13, gusting 26. Altimeter 29.80.
Copy that. We'll do the RNAV X-ray approach into runway 31. We'll descend down to 3,000 feet. All right, let's put our signs back on. I slowed our descent down so we can get a bit slower here. We're a little fast, especially at the altitude we're at right now. Let's slow our descent just a little bit more. I know I have Air Jamaica in, I want to say the A300. But yeah, I'll do some flights. I know Air Jamaica doesn't fly anymore, but we'll use an Air Jamaica plane. Yeah, boy. I wish I was on that plane, man. I had some good times in Jamaica. It's been a long time since I've been to Jamaica. It's probably been about 20 years. Maybe just over 20 years, actually. I'm an old man. I know I look young. I'm old. All right, speed is okay now. Start descending a little bit quicker. Actually, I think when I'm done this flight, I might just go chill and watch. I haven't watched all of Dune Part 2 yet. I've seen the original. I know how it ends. But I haven't seen this version, the end of it yet. I want to check that out. And I've also started playing this simulator, this crime scene simulator game. My daughter introduced me to it. Man, that game is so much fun. Crime scene simulator. All right, we need to set our landing speeds. So let's set all those. And I want to put our indicator down to about 135-ish. We can actually hold our altitude here for now. And let me go into heading mode. Let me change our nav source. I want to do 315. Is that where I set it up already? Close. That's pretty good. We'll probably just leave it on FMS mode pretty much the whole time since we're doing an RNAV landing. That wasn't the landing I initially wanted to do, but that's the one we're doing now. After there's Patchu. But after Proud, that's where Patchu is. Patchu's the initial fix for the landing. Shit. Let's put on real time. There we go. All right, let's arm our reversers. Still have plenty of time to get to that initial fix. We still have a lot of waypoints. It's amazing how much better this game runs in 2020. I mean, the setup is exactly the same as last night. Like the graphic settings, like this is a beta as well. This is the SU16 beta. It is just amazing how much better this shit runs in this game. Princeton, I've been there before. Went to the Audi dealership there many a year ago to pick up a vehicle. Not for me, for a customer. But a dealer exchange, where we take a vehicle from our dealership, swap it with another one from their inventory. Like the customer wanted a car from their inventory, but we didn't tell him where it was because we didn't want him going up there to get it. No way. First we tried to talk him into the one we had in stock. Did everything we could, drop the price, give him extra money for his car, do everything you can to try to sell the one you got today. That didn't work. So we wound up having to get the car. We'll put bearing 1 for the VOR. We have 108.5, which is the correct frequency. All right, has our pressure changed at all? See what the heads-up display looks like now. I mean, it's really like in a bad position. I don't like it. Oh, you can only see really. Yeah, like this. Here's the normal position for the camera. At least where I have it defaulted to. So I would have to go up with the flight stick. It's really hard to get like an exact. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I wish it was down lower. All right, we'll put that away. But if you want to use it, you're more than welcome to. All right, we're getting ready to come up to Vargas. Still on the Proud 2 arrival. Surprised they're doing these RNAV landings, and unless you can see really well on the ground. I don't know. There's our localizer pulling up in the screen. I love that this shows both on here. Look at that. That is so dope. Now, I mean, it's the wrong course. We're off by a couple of degrees, but that's okay. I love how it shows both our flight management and our VOR right here, or localizer. I see a runway there. That's runway 4, I believe. Cabin crew, take your seats for landing.
Cabin crew, take seats for landing.
Hey, what's up, Darren? How you doing, buddy? Happy 4th of July, bud. I mean, I know you're in Canada, or at least I think you're in Canada, but happy 4th. How you doing? How you been, dude? What's up? I know you're Canadian. I know. I caught myself after I wished you a happy 4th. I was like, oh no, he's. For some reason, I always think that you're in Texas. I don't know why. All right, let's slow down a little bit. We're getting ready to start our actual approach here. I know, it's tomorrow. Well, just in case I didn't, say hi to you tomorrow. Let's put our altitude down to like, oh, this song sounds familiar. It sounds like my intro. Probably the same music.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated until we have stopped.
All right, I gotta pay attention now. Let's start our descent. Flaps 1. Shut it. Neat. I've never tried this landing before, but this landing should be a lot of fun. All right, we're pretty much right on point with our. We should be going down a little bit faster, actually. Let's go down 1,000. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, if I need to, I'll do a go around, but I think we'll be okay. The runway I originally planned to use is not in use right now. All right, landing gear down. Go flaps 8. Oh yeah, that's right. Sterile cockpit. All right, let's hold here, altitude. Actually, I'm gonna fly it from hand from here. All right, my control. Boy, it is windy out today. Good Lord. No, what happened to our... No! No! No, you son of a bitch! What the fuck happened? All right, we're gonna take off from we're gonna make this landing. We're gonna take off from LaGuardia, go out, and then come around. What the fuck? Can't believe that actually happened. The wind blew us over. That's the first time I've muffed a landing in a long time. A long time. Like, you can go back and watch video, like, for months now. Damn. All right. It's because of it's because of where I put the camera now. It's because the camera's off. It's because Darren showed up. We got to blame it on something. Let's blame it on Darren. I know, right? I knew I was coming in a little wide, but, like, I didn't think, like, the bank thing didn't say anything about my bank. My bank was fine. All right, let's Like I said, I'm gonna turn off, let me turn off sim brief real quick. I'm not sim brief, say intention. Okay, that's done, and then we're just gonna take off from LaGuardia. Right on the runway, and we're just gonna take off. All right, runway. This is the one we were landing on. All right, we're gonna take off on runway 22. We're gonna land on runway 4. Oh, I don't need to put an arrival there. All right, let's all right. I'm gonna turn off a few things as well, like the cabin announcements and all that for takeoff. Damn. Damn. Yeah, we're just gonna do a takeoff and a departure and an arrival. All right, let's go ahead and let me turn off the announcement. All right, gonna make that instant. Knob acceleration. Leave that off again. Those on. Next page. Okay, yeah, let's turn off all these now. Turn this off. All right, performance. Food sheet. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's turn the, oh, we can turn the airplane on from here. All right, ready for taxi. All right, never mind. We'll just do cold and dark. We'll just start it up. All right, battery. Sorry, I didn't have the sound on. All right. All right, turn that on. APU's firing up. We're gonna get this landing this time. We're gonna do it. And I'm still gonna fly it by hand. Because that's fun. It's fun. It's fun, man. This airplane's fun to fly. Okay, APU should be on now. Getting power everywhere. All right, very good. That's good. All right, nav. Go on. You go on. Let's let that finish firing up. Let's get our location set. All right, let's go here. Option. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's good. Go to flight plan. We have okay. LA. And we are doing way 22. Execute. Gonna do the same arrival and the same RNAV X as is gonna be that again. Execute that. Legs. And let's do RAS execute. All right, so that's all done. And let's come here. Let's move those. Go to performance and copy performance data. Right, set payload. Copy performance data. Set all. And this should be set now. Cruising altitude, we're just going to say 8,000. I'm not going to worry about the deviation and stuff like that this time. We'll just put in 7, which is what it was on the briefing plan. Okay, so all that's now set up. Let me go to one last thing here. Arrival data. That's good. 108.5. All right, let's put on stabilizer trim, Mach trim. Fuel in there, so we have radio if we need it. Activate the yaw dampeners. These lights on. Put these lights on. These lights on. All right, let's fire up the engines. That looks good. Can't believe that shit, man. It's great. Hey, I haven't done that in so long. So long since I've done something like that. How far out? Oh wow, Eno's real far. We just need to head kind of like southeast. Oh, I'm not on the correct runway. We're on runway 4. I wanted runway 22. I should do slew mode. Am I really on runway 4? Yes, I am. That's alright, we'll just take off and do a turnaround again. That's fun. Alright, let's start another engine. Push it in and hold it. Wait till we get to about 20-25%. Our altitude down to 8,000. All right, engine 2 is started. Flight director. Nines. Windshield heat. Put our flaps down. Arm our reversers. Let's do 108.5. The hell kind of music is it? What kind of music is it? Shitty music, that's what it is. I guess. I did like it. Or like this last like maybe 3 or 4 minutes. All right, that's good. And the localizer probably still set from last time. Nope, 134. We need 314, I believe. Yep. All right, 314 is now set. All right, let's take off. All right, nose wheel steering is on. That's good. Let's turn the APU off. And set my heading. Okay. Get out of here. Just to try, because yeah, we are landing this airplane. We have live weather on, live I guess I should check the pressure. Pressure. 2995. Oh, you know what? Let me set the decision height as well. That's like 594. That's going to take a second to do. Great buttons, Boris. All right, there we go. Okay, get out of here. All right, turn the parking brake off. The takeoff configuration. See where it says we're okay. Oh, because our spoilers are down. I mean, they were up. Okay, now takeoff configuration is okay. All right, let's go. All right, toga speed is set. Oh, cockpit sterile. D1. OT. Alright, landing gear up. Start spinning around. Our big circle. 1,500 feet, we'll pull our throttle back a bit. Climb mode. We need to increase our speed, actually. Speed indicator. I'll put the autopilot on here in a moment. As soon as we finish making our turn. Still flying manually. Oh, it's going up by tens. Okay, let's just leave it on 230. All right, I can almost. The autopilot on. I'm gonna mute myself for a few minutes. I gotta take this phone call. Yeah, I'll blame it on Chicago. I don't know what happened to him. I mean, like, you know, I mean, he used to talk to me a lot. And then he started his own Discord server, and I never really heard from him again. And yeah, I saw he was online yesterday. I got a notification on my Xbox account that he was flying. So yeah, I don't know what he's been up to. But yeah, we'll blame it on my first bad landing. We'll blame that one to Chicago. Much love to you, Chicago. All right, we got the bad one out of the way, so now we'll just have a good one from here on out. All right, where are we at now? So we're at Minx. So I think... All right, let me start working my way down to 3,000 feet. All right, let me start making my way down to 3,000. And then from there, we'll go ahead and, you know, set our course to go back around and do our landing. Yeah, I'm watching the flight on Navigraph right now. So this is what I'm looking at right now on my tablet. I'll show you. You ate that pizza, Gavin. You're gonna have to eat something else. I didn't know if you wanted it, but it's gone. There's other stuff in there. But yeah, this is what I'm watching right here. So we should be at 3,000 feet around here. And we're gonna just go up a little bit more and then make a U-turn. But yeah, this is the landing we were getting ready to do. I mean, it's a tough landing. Like, here's the chart right here for it. Not an easy landing. There's like no room for mistakes. You have to be like at the right altitudes. You check altitude, turns required. So I think what we're gonna do again, once I get to Daryl again, we'll go down to 2200, and then from here I'll take manual control, spin us around. Where are we at now? So I think we can start. Figuring out where we're gonna go direct to. So let's do direct Tykes. Now we'll do direct to Minx. Nope, let's do direct. I don't like that. Direct to renew. Let's do that. Now let's start spinning back around. Turn on half bank. All right. Got. All right, let's do a direct crowd. nav. Okay, so far as we need to be at a max of 200 knots. So, all right, we're at 3,000. That's good. Very good. All right, now let's try this landing again. Maybe we flipped over because I had nose wheel steering on. Maybe that's the case. We'll blame it on that. Let's put our altitude thing down to 2,200. To get to Pachu, we have to start descending. Our altimeter is still 2986 now. Why it's got that they're proud. Oh shit. Let's just go direct to at you. Okay, there we go. Oh, look, you can see, what building is that from New York? There's the Statue of Liberty over here. That's got to be One World Trade Center, maybe, or... No, that can't be that far in to be the World Trade Center. It's probably Empire State's building. Alright, there's Pachu. We got to start descending once we get to Pachu. Like I said, once we get to Daryl, I'm going to take over manual control. Got to change this album here. flaps 8. Start descending to 2200. Or 2000, but we got, all right, we got 22 in there, that's fine. Alright, we're just crossing Pachu. Here's where we're going. Alright, landing gear down. Reversers armed. We're getting ready to cross Shea. Getting ready to cross Dugar. Let's take manual control. All right, my control. Cockpit sterile. We need to stay at 2200 roughly. Oh no, we need to start descending now. Shouldn't have played with the trim. All right. There's our runway right there. Flaps full. But this is almost like London City landing. Huh? So, it's over there. There's a 2-liter of it. Take some. Little off center.
Sink rate. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
We're gonna come in again. Grab your cup. Not bad for our first real attempt at that landing. Let's try this again.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
Go up to about 5,000 feet. In that area. Oh, you just missed it, Darren. We landed, but we were a little off center and it was minus 341. So we're going to come in for a better landing this time now that I know how to do it. Or now that I have a better idea of how to do it. Alright, let's go into autopilot, I guess. Oh, autopilot off. All right, heading, altitude. Why is it not holding our altitude? Weird. Okay, we're good now. We can just stay at 3,000 feet, or wherever this is. And we'll go up to Varaz. Turn around again. All in that's a fun landing, man. We should have a landing challenge with this landing. Turn out. Where did it go? Oh, I already have it in there. Okay. All right, Perez. There we go. And legs. Do renew again. And let's go up a little bit past this waypoint here. But you know, we can just do proud. Let's just do, okay, let's do Veraz. And execute. And let's just go direct to Veraz. Okay. Start turning. Altitude down to 2200 again. The altimeter is still 2986. That's still good. And we can go right to Patchouli, I guess. Nav. We're gonna get it this time. We're gonna get it this time. And if we don't, we always had the last time we did it. We'll get the landing this time. That's a fun landing. I think we should have a landing challenge. Just a friendly little internet pilot landing challenge at this airport. This is a very difficult landing. I did not realize it was this difficult of a move when I started doing it. Like, I looked at it on paper, I was like, that's not too bad. It's bad. It's bad. Real bad. Like, if there's an airport dictionary and you looked up bad approaches, this would be like probably number 1 or 2. Like, I think flying into Lukla is, or KTAC is easier than this. Sweet, man. What are you flying? What you flying tonight, Darren? I'm gonna be cleaning up crime scenes here in a little bit as soon as I'm done this flight. It'll be crime scene investigate, crime scene cleanup. New game one, Game Pass. What, 377? 77. I don't think I've ever heard of a 377. That's a cool plane. I guess I've never heard of one of those before. What's a 377 then? You mean a 777? Alright, I need to get down to 2200. Oh, an old 50s plane. Really, a 377. I have to look into that. I don't think I've ever heard of a 377. I've heard of the 308. And, let's check it out. What do you do? Are you flying it on Microsoft? Like the Microsoft simulator? Or is that like X-Plane or Aerofly or Real Flight Simulator? What are you flying that thing on? What you flying that thing on, Darren? FSX. Gotcha. That's right. There is a demo of that. Is that? I think that's on Steam. I think that demo of the game. All right. Let's put our landing gear down. Go flaps 8. This time I'm gonna do what I said. I'm gonna take control at Darrow. Last time I took control a little early. Not that that was a problem, but Darrow's where you really need to start descending. That's coming up pretty soon. We have Gakar, which is like right here, and Darrow's the one right after. Next level flaps. Now there's a VOR for this landing too. Like you could, if you wanted, do a VOR landing. I should have 2 levels of flaps left. 1 or 2. Yeah, I still got 2 levels for flaps. Music's kind of loud, it seems. Hard to tell sometimes in my headphones, like the music. It's too loud or not. I usually keep it on like minus 20 decibels. That usually seems to be a pretty good volume. All right, here's where we're getting ready to take manual control. All right, got my feetsies on the rudders. Zoomed in all the way. All right, my control. Cockpit stereo. Level flaps. Giving it a little bit of right foot rudder right now, trying to offset this turn a bit. Oh my goodness, look who just showed up to the party. We were just talking about you. We were saying how you were flying yesterday. What's up, dude? Thought you fell off the face of the earth. Just all of a sudden, Chicago got his own Discord and then nobody ever heard from him again. Oh, we're gonna have to do this again. I'm setting up a landing challenge on this approach, by the way. Yeah, we're gonna have to come in again. I gotta take manual control sooner next time. Alright, let's go around again. We already had one decent landing on this approach. We gotta do this again. Italy, cool, man. That's cool, dude. Ooh, shit. Nice, man. That's cool. See, I knew you worked for the Secret Service or some shit like that. I knew you were doing something. Like, most people just don't go to Italy for a couple of minutes. Like, that doesn't happen in real life. You out there protecting Michelle Obama or something like that. You out there protecting Michelle Obama. Is that what you do in Hypoxia? All right, let me put the landing in again. This is a difficult landing, man. This is probably the most challenging landing I've done in a long time. We had one good landing so far. It was minus 341, which is not bad. But we can get probably right around 200 is my guess. If I can get this turn correct on this landing, we're gonna be all right. All right, let's do Varaz again. Seriously, this is the hardest landing I've ever done. This RNAV approach into LaGuardia. All right, legs. And let's put in renew. All right, let's go fly it again. Nice. Living on a farm, man. You were living like Tony, not Tony Montana. Like Michael from The Godfather, man. He was living on a farm. Did somebody? No, I don't want to say it. You were living like Michael. What was the Godfather's last name? Michael something. Michael Godfather. That was his name. All right, we're just gonna stay at this altitude. Yeah, I've had some people, because of some of the landings I've had lately, they didn't think I was actually like flying the airplane, so I moved the camera so you could kind of see that I'm actually like flying. They thought I was using like an Xbox controller or something to All right, flaps are up. Should still have plenty of gas. Yeah, fuel's okay. All right, let's just go up to Varaz and then turn around. Let's fix this here. Varaz. Execute. Oh yeah, man, I love flying, dude. I tweaked my settings with the yoke and shit, like as far as like the X and Y axis and sensitivity, and I've done a lot of work with rudder pedals, and yeah, man, I don't know, I just feel like I don't know, not more confident, but just like I'm enjoying it a lot more. I flew the Bay 146 yesterday in X-Plane. I've never in Microsoft really burned out engines before. Maybe once or twice. Man, the first time I tried to fly that thing, man, all the warning lights went off. And low oil pressure and all the sirens. I burned out the engines. I've never really experienced that before. That Bay 146 in X-Plane, it might not visually look as nice as Microsoft, but like you need to pay attention to the parameters for the engine on that airplane and take off, because otherwise you are screwed. You got to make sure your exhaust temperature is no more than 840. You got to make sure your N1 is or N2, I forget which one I think it's N1, is no more than what it should be. Like, I've read about it before, never experienced it. All right, let's turn around. There's LaGuardia back there again. Bastards, we should have been on the ground, but they changed the runway on us halfway through the flight. They stopped using our runway, and now the only, I don't know, I could have done an easier landing than this, but where's the fun in that? Like, we've all seen me land an airplane before. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's really shitty. But I don't want to just do one that's kind of boring. I want to, like, a challenge. Alright, let's go right to, right, there's Veraz. Can I go right to Proud? Got Pachu. Oh, we're okay. It's, oh, I didn't know that was like the cousin, the 377. Yeah, I'll check out the 377. Alright, there we go. They don't allow them darkies in that concert. Whatever notification I just got on Discord, they don't allow them darkies. That concert there in Italy, they don't. Gotta wait outside. I think that's what it said. They don't allow black people in the concert. Is that what that really said? All right, we're heading to Proud, or actually Pachu, which technically we should be at 3,000 feet, but that's okay. Let's just get down to 2,200 feet already. Because that's where we're going. Hopefully take over control again over at Darrell. If you guys, let me pull up the landing that we're doing for people that so we have, here's our airplane, and we're attempting, here's our airplane here, we're getting ready to hit Proud, or I'm sorry, Pachu, but here's what we're attempting to do, is this little turnaround here. Like, it's tough. It's tough when, well, first of all, it's tough when you haven't really practiced those kind of maneuvers, but man, that's fun. It's much different than just like a straight in kind of ILS approach or an RNAV approach where you have time. This is one of those where you turn and like the runway's right there. I gotta stop looking at the chat and start getting ready for landing. All right, there's runway 4, I think. So my plan again is once we get like right up on Darrell, once we get right up on Darrell, plan on taking control of the airplane once we get right on Darrell. Me and Darrell, we gonna get real close. Tomorrow I'm off of work, so I will be flying again tomorrow. There was a new update on the 350. I kind of am curious to check that out and see if there's been any improvements with anything with it. I mean, I'm really disappointed in that airplane, but we might do a Q400 again. I want to do some more shit in X-plane. Maybe we'll do the level up 737. I don't know. I did have somebody ask me to do a Jamaican flight. If I can find a Jamaican livery for that level up plane, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I want to look at chat, but I can't. I was trying to stream for a while without interacting at all, which, to be honest, it was kind of nice, like not running my mouth the whole time. Alright, let me put the landing gear down. Cass and Shay, then we have Gakar and Daryl. Daryl, we're supposed to start descending from there, really. That's 2,200 feet. We cross Daryl, and then we're supposed to descend from there. All right, there's Gakar. Here's Daryl right here. Once we level out, I'm gonna take control. I got my feet on the rudders. All right, let's get ready and take manual control. All right, I got manual control. Flaps are at 8. All right, let's go flaps. Next level flaps. Jimmy, I told you about yelling sync rate while I'm flying. Don't you do that, Jimmy. You're scaring me.
Sync rate.
No, Jimmy, we're okay.
Sync rate. 1,000. Pull up.
Pull out. Oh, pull up.
500.
Pull up.
400. 300.
Pull out.
200. Pull up. 100. Sync rate. 50, 40, 30, 20. Minimums.
Oh, that was almost perfect. All right, we got to go around one more time. We got to go around one more again. That was almost perfect. We're gonna get it this time. I know we're not in takeoff configuration. I know. Damn. Almost perfect.
Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
Well, it's a simulator. We're supposed to practice in simulators. Won't practice. Oh man, I was like 50 feet away from. Oh shit, you're flying into BWI in a few weeks, man. Maybe we should try to meet up, dude. That'd be fun. What did you say again? YouTube Live? I did what? I left my anti... Oh, man. Anti-ice isn't on. At least I don't think it is. Alright, altitude is fine. Autopilot engage. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what you're trying to say, dude. First you say anti-ice, then you say my leading. I don't know what you're talking about. You speaking all that gibberish. I don't understand what you're saying to me. All right, let's load up the approach again. All right, legs, and we go right to well, right is. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We should have a landing competition at this landing, this approach. This is a tough approach. There's this approach, and there was another one I had trouble with. It's somewhere in Brazil. I'll have to go through the videos and look. There was one in Brazil that was like, it was like this. It's like this, where you just come in and you just make a little turn. All right, we're a little low, but that's okay. Where are we at now? All right, let me go up to Verizon and turn around. We're gonna go direct to Pachu. Yeah, you know what, guys, how are you supposed to 1v1 in a flight simulator? Like, have we thought this one through? Have we, like, used all the brain power we can muster? Like, have we really? How are you gonna 1v1? I'm just trying to picture, like, what kind of gun your 757 is gonna be holding. Like, are you guys using grenades only? Are you guys only using knives? Like, what kind of 1v1 we gonna have? What kind of 1v1? All right, we need to slow down a little bit. Yeah, landing competition will be fun. Landing competition will be fun. We could do that, sure. We should come up with like 3 or 4 approaches. You know, maybe like the KTAC approach, an approach like this. You do an approach on an aircraft carrier. If anybody has Miltech Sims. Yep. That would be fun. Yeah. I mean, I can send a picture of a pilot license too. Is it your pilot license? I can just find one online and send it to you. All right, let's turn around and head back. Oh, I didn't know you were a pilot. That's cool. I thought you just played one on TV. I had no idea you were a pilot in real life. Actually, let me turn on half bank now. kicked out because of DEI. That's bad, dude. That's not really a reason to kick somebody out. That's a bad reason to kick somebody out, DEI. Kick somebody out because they can't do the job properly. Not because they used the wrong pronoun by accident. You're not in America, right? Aren't you, I thought you were in, like, South America, I thought. If this is the person that I think it is. Oh, he's a New Yorker? I thought he lived in like Brazil or something like that. I wonder why I thought he lived in Brazil. Well, that explains his attitude sometimes. He's a New Yorker. I don't know why I thought you lived in South America. That's who I'm thinking of, Luis. That's it. Thank you. Port Louis. That's right. Now I know. I remember. Mike is Mike's Frank's uncle. Yeah, they got matching Dodge Chargers. They got a red one and a black one. Let's get ready and activate nav. I don't care what surface I landed on this time. I'm landing this airplane. We've wheels down twice. One was like minus 341. It's not bad. Bad. This one we can do much better. Oh yeah, no shit. I just saw somebody's pilot license come up. I'm gonna have to copy that. Make that my pilot's license. Let me go to BWI tomorrow with that pilot's license, see if I can fly me an airplane. Like, yep, it's legit. Be like, why is the picture in black and white? Oh man, it's an old license. I got that Benjamin Button disease. I've had this license since 1957. I'll keep it a secret, don't worry. I won't tell them who it really is. I wouldn't do it anyways, man. I'm sleeping in late tomorrow and flying fake airplanes. I'm off of work tomorrow. I'm not jumping in my car unless I really have to tomorrow. And by really have to, that means like if I need something in the house that I absolutely cannot live with. But do I need to get a lottery ticket tomorrow? Actually, I might have to leave tomorrow. No, tomorrow's the Mega Millions. I'm alright. I already got that ticket. Alright, we're coming up on Proud and Panchu, which are the beginnings of this here approach. Dude, I flew this plane last night. I did the same flight last night in 2024, and we were coming in on runway 22. We were coming up on the, so New York City was on our right. We were coming up. I looked over to the right, and it stopped. The whole simulator just froze. You could still hear the airplane, but the whole thing froze. I'm telling you, man, that, I don't know if it's just 2024 in general, or because of the beta that, you know, like I'm trying out, but man, 2024 is a mess. every airplane it's been glitchy and just problem after problem. Right, exactly. Like you hit pause. Yeah, I thought I was on pause for a minute. Sometimes, like when I switch screens, like if I go to OBS or whatever, if I switch off the simulator into another page and then back, sometimes it freezes. But then I just switch back and it's fine. You know, like flip-flop back and forth again. What's it? Alternate shift or alternate caps, whatever it is. Okay, we're getting ready to hit Pachu. We have Shay, Gagar, and then Durrell. Daryl's where we should be taking control again, and I need to descend quicker from Daryl. I have this mental block that I'm not supposed to be descending as much when I'm turning, but that's how this landing is. You have to like, it just mentally I just haven't, my brain hasn't accepted the fact that that's actually what needs to happen. Alright, we're gonna put our landing gear down, I guess. Put some flaps down. I mean, I have to be able to land this plane. I mean, I just had a fucking soft ass butter landing in the Bay 146 yesterday. I mean, you can see it, it's on video. But like when I'm recording videos, I don't look at the stream. Like I'm just like late, like I'm just locked in. Now I'm like looking off to the side because I want to talk. All right. We're almost at manual control. Alright, what do we say? Cockpit sterile. Alright, my control. What flaps are we at right now? Alright, let's go. Little high.
400. Sync rate.
Little high.
300. Sync rate.
Yeah, this should definitely be on that list for landings.
100. Minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Hey, that's the same one I got last time, minus 341. That was a shitty landing. Anyways, I'm done. I don't give a fuck tonight. I'm tired, man. We gonna do this one. We gonna practice this one. Yeah, man. Anyways, I'm getting out of here. Might surprise you. We might just do this one tomorrow at the end of tomorrow's stream. I'm gonna practice this one a little bit. We gonna get this one. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm like, I gotta look down now. I gotta make my face. All right, I'm getting out of here. I'll be back sometime tomorrow. Yeah, man. Let's all like figure out some like a landing challenge. That'd be fun. Sweet. Keep us posted. All right, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully, have a good 4th of July. If you celebrate it, if you don't, you should. It's fun. And I will see y'all in the next episode of the Airplane Show. See ya.